as the replica of the input. That is, the output is not equal to the input. Then it is known as the distortion. So in the distortion, again we have two different types: linear distortion, non-linear distortion. Okay, before going to the types of the distortion, here we came across the words linear and the non-linear. Okay, linear means linear. Can anyone? Linear, non-linear. Can anyone able to say, ma? Linear means?
In a single way or same.
Single way. Okay. Non-linear means?
Changes.
It changes. Okay. Here linear is nothing but the relationship between any two variables. What it means, changes in a linear manner and in a continuous way. Whatever it may be the way should be in a continuous manner or in a constant manner up to the last term. In case of the non-linear, what happens at the different time instance, the relation between the two variables will be different. Okay, for suppose now it may be proportional to the some variable x. For suppose consider. Okay, the second time instant, what happens? The relation will be proportional to the x square. It will be inversely proportional to the x in this way. If the relation between any two variables is not constant, then the relation is known as the nonlinear. Okay, not only that, if a system obeys the superposition theorem, okay, if a system obeys the superposition theorem, then the system is known as the linear system. Okay, in the same way, if a system does not obey the superposition theorem, then it is known as the non-linear system. Okay. Now, first of all, coming to the distortion, actually, just now I said that if the output is not the replica of the input, then it is known as the distortion. Here, one more definition is given. Signal distortion is the term often used to describe a systematic undesirable change in a signal and refers to changes in a signal due to the non-ideal characteristics of the transmission channel, reverberations, echo, and missing of the samples. Okay. Again, the meaning is same. Here, what happens means, in a system, if there is any undesirable change, okay, the change is not required actually, but in the system we have that change, then it is known as the distortion. Then, what are the reasons for this distortion means? Non-ideal characteristics. Just now we have seen that non-linear. Due to the non-linear performance of the system, some distortion will be there, or reverberations. Okay, or echo. For suppose we are in a room and we are talking to each other, then what happens? For suppose if we are in a closed room, then some echo will be there. Due to that echo, sometimes we can't able to listen to the original sound, that is the original signal. Okay, that is also disturbance only. Okay, in some of the cases, what happens due to the channel distortion, due to the channel noise, some of the samples will be lost. Okay, all these are the known as the distortion. Okay, basically we have two different types of the distortions: linear distortion and the non-linear distortion. Now, coming to the linear distortion, okay, the system which is obeying the superposition theorem, the system is known as the linear system. If the distortion occurs in a linear system, the type of the distortions are known as the linear distortions. In linear distortion, again we have two different types, amplitude distortion and the phase distortion. Okay. The physical system may be a filter or the communication channel or any other processing unit through which the signal is passed. Here we are considering that linear or non-linear systems. The system is nothing but the type of the physical system only. Here the physical system may be the communication channel, or it may be a filter or any other processing unit, okay, through which the signal is being passed. Okay, now the actual signal is going to be transmitted through some physical medium. Okay, that physical medium is known as the system here, and the distortion which is occurring in the physical medium is known as the distortion. Okay, for a linear time invariant system, linear distortion occurs due to the imperfections in the frequency response of the system. Okay, here how the linear distortion is going to be appear in the linear system means due to the imperfection in the frequency response. Okay, if there is any imperfection, impairment in the frequency response of the system, okay, this causes to the linear distortion. For suppose in case of the non-linear systems, the distortion is due to the non-linear input-output relation of the system. Okay, now here you have to remember that in case of the linear systems, the distortion occurs due to the imperfection of the frequency response of the system. I am repeating once again. In linear system, the distortion occurs due to the imperfection in the frequency response of the system. In case of the non-linear system, the distortion occurs due to the non-linear input-output relationship of the system. Okay, try to tell me the sentences about the linear distortion and the non-linear distortion. Anyone? In case of the linear system, how the distortion occurs? In case of the linear, in case of the non-linear. Anyone? Wait, I will choose the pin number, ma. Pin number 12. Who is pin number 12? Please unmute yourself. Pin number 12. Are you there?
Yes, madam.
Okay, then. Repeat the sentences, ma. What are the reasons for the linear distortion? What are the reasons for the linear distortion? Okay, now pin number 17, Arvind Kumar. Pin number 17. Reasons for the linear distortion? Due to the imperfection of frequency response, not noise. Okay, due to the imperfection of the frequency response of the system. In case of the non-linear, okay, non-linear relationship between the input and the output variance. Okay, good, ma. Next, coming to the amplitude distortion. Here, when the amplitude response of the system is not constant with the frequency components of the input signal are transmitted with different amounts of the gain and the attenuation. Here, in case of the amplitude distortion, what happens means here the amplitude of the system will not be constant. Okay, the amplitude of the system varies with the frequency. Okay, at some amounts at some bands of the frequency, the amplitude will be very high, and at the remaining frequency components, the amplitude will be very less. Okay, what it means, at some of the frequency components we are having the amplitude gain, and at some frequency responses the amplitude will be attenuated. Okay, due to this, what happens, different amounts of the gain and attenuation will be there in the amplitude. Okay, here this type of the effect is known as the amplitude distortion. What is the effect here? At some places we are having the amplitude gain. At some places we are having the amplitude attenuation. Okay, this effect is known as the amplitude distortion. Here, the amplitude distortion is the distortion occurring in a system or any subsystem or any device when the output amplitude is not a linear function of the input amplitude under the specified conditions. That is here, the amplitude is varying means simply the amplitude is a non-linear manner. So, it is known as the amplitude distortion. The most common cause of the amplitude distortion is excess of the gain or the attenuation at one or both ends of the frequency bands of the interest. That is nothing but the changes in the amplitude. The changes means here either it may be the gain or it may be the attenuation. Okay, that is known as the amplitude distortion. Now coming to the phase distortion. The phase distortion arises when the phase response of the channel is not linear with the frequency. Again same, in case of the amplitude distortion, the amplitude is not linear with the frequency. In case of the phase distortion, the phase of the system is not linear with the frequency. The phase is not linear with the frequency. Here, if the phase shift is not linear, various frequency components of the signal suffer different amounts of the time delay and resulting distortion called delay distortion or phase distortion. Okay, what it means, due to the not linear with the frequency, at some places we have some time delay. Okay, in the previous class we have seen about the leading and the lagging. Okay, the leading and the lagging will be due to the time delay in the signals. So for this reason here, what happens means, some of the signals at some of the frequency components, the signal will be in the leading. Okay, in some of the places, that means at the some of the frequency components, the signal will be in the lagging. So here what happens, some time delay will be there due to the non-linear phase relationship in the system. So this type of the distortion is known as the phase distortion. Here, this coupled with the constant amplitude response yields undistorted output. In this, what happens, the amplitude response is constant, only the phase is going to change. Okay, whenever comparing with the amplitude distortion, if there is any phase distortion, okay, some undistorted output will be there. Okay, in case of the amplitude distortion, only the amplitude is going to vary, that is the strength of the signal is going to vary. But in case of the phase distortion, what happens, some phase shift will be there, either it may be 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 70 degrees, whatever it may be. Okay, so if for suppose 180 degrees of the phase shift will be there, what it means, simply the signal will be reflected back. Due to that, what happens, zero signal will be there due to the 180 degrees phase shift. So whenever comparing both the distortion, phase distortion yields in the undistorted output. So here, if the phase shift is not linear, various frequency components of the signal suffer different amounts of the time delay. Again, the same thing I am again going to explain. Same thing will be given again. Due to the frequency components, at the different types of the frequency components, here the phase will be different due to the time delay. Okay. So now is it okay, ma? Amplitude distortion, phase distortion. Simply remember, in case of the amplitude response, the amplitude is not constant with the frequency at any point of view, or at any frequency component, the amplitude is not constant. In case of the phase distortion, the phase of the overall system will not be constant at the all frequency components. Okay. Now coming to the nonlinear distortion. A system with nonlinear input-output relationship is called nonlinear system. The signals passing through the nonlinear system give nonlinear distortion. Okay. First of all, nonlinear system means if the input-output relationship is not linear, then it is known as the nonlinear system. The distortion which is occurring in the nonlinear system is known as the nonlinear distortion. Okay, here the nonlinear distortion appears as the harmonics of the input wave in case of the sinusoidal input. If the input is the sinusoidal waveform, then the nonlinear distortion is nothing but the harmonics of the input wave. If the harmonic effect are usually low and can be tackled entirely with proper filtering. Here, for case of the harmonic distortion, the harmonic effects are usually low. Okay, why? Because harmonics means it is the multiples of the actual frequency. For suppose actual frequency is f. What are the multiples? 1f, 2f, 3f, 4f, 5f. All these are the harmonics. So by using the proper filtering, by using the proper communication system, we can able to avoid all these nonlinear harmonic distortion. Okay. So one type of the distortion is harmonic distortion and intermodulation distortion and the crosstalk. All these come under the nonlinear distortion. Already we have completed the harmonics. Now coming to the intermodulation distortion. For suppose the output of a nonlinear system includes all the harmonics of various frequency components and their cross product terms. Here cross product terms means sum of the frequency components and the difference of the frequency components. Okay, these are the unnecessary terms. So these additional sum and different frequencies indicate additional distortion called intermodulation distortion. Okay. Already we have completed about the harmonic distortion. Once again I am repeating. Look at this slide clearly. Harmonic distortion is defined as the ratio of the harmonics to the fundamental when a pure sine wave is reconstructed. Okay. When the harmonic distortion is going to take place whenever the input is the sinusoidal waveform, due to the harmonic components of the sinusoidal waveform frequency, then harmonic distortion is going to take place. Okay. Here, the ratio of the harmonics to the fundamental when a pure sine wave is reconstructed. Here, the harmonics means 1f1, 2f1, 3f1, 4fn, all these are the multiples of the actual fundamental frequency. For suppose f is the fundamental frequency, 1f, 2f, 3f, 4f, all these are the harmonics. Here, the ratio of all these harmonics to the actual fundamental frequency is known as the harmonic distortion. Again here, given the total harmonic distortion is a measurement of harmonic distortion present in a signal and is defined as the ratio of sum of the powers of all the harmonic components to the power of the fundamental frequency. For suppose we have n number of the harmonic components, then how it is possible to solve the total harmonic distortion means here for suppose consider the fundamental frequency power is P. Okay, if P1 is the first harmonic power, P2 is the second harmonic power, P3 is the third harmonic power. Okay, in this way we have for suppose n number of the harmonics, then Pn is the power of the nth harmonic. Okay, then the total harmonic distortion will be defined as the total harmonic distortion is square root of P1 square plus P2 square and up to so on Pn square by the fundamental frequency power, that is P. It is the P total. Is it clear, ma? If P is the fundamental frequency power, Pt is the total harmonic distortion power, P1, P2, P3 and up to so on Pn are the powers of the individual harmonic frequency components. Then the total power of the, that is the total harmonic distortion can be calculated as square root of P1 square plus P2 square plus P3 square and up to so on Pn square by P. That is the fundamental frequency power. Is it clear, ma? For everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now also some of the members joining. Pin 43. Okay. Now coming to the next distortion, that is the intermodulation distortion. Here the output of a nonlinear system includes all the harmonics of various frequency components and their cross productive terms. Those are the sum and the differences. Okay. In case of the harmonic distortion also we have the different harmonics. Those are the multiples of the actual fundamental frequency. Here what happens in some of the cases, in a system not only we are having the harmonic components but also we have the sum of the harmonics and the difference of the harmonics. For suppose we have F, 2F, 3F, all these are the harmonics. Now, for suppose we have the 2F minus F or 2F plus F, all these are the sum and difference of the all these harmonic components. Okay, due to these product terms, that is the sum term and the difference term, there will be some distortion. Okay, the distortion is known as the intermodulation distortion. Okay, I will give one example here. Look at this slide. For suppose F1, F2, F3, all these are the harmonic components. Due to the harmonic components we have the harmonic distortion. Okay, in some of the cases there what happens, some product terms will be there, F1 plus F2, F1 plus F3, F2 plus F3, okay, or F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F3. In such a way we can able to get the product terms, either they may be the sum term are the difference term. Okay, the distortion due to this sum and the difference of the harmonic frequency components are known as the intermodulation distortion. Is it clear now? The distortion due to the harmonics of the fundamental frequency are known as the harmonic distortion, and the distortion due to the productive terms of the harmonics is known as the intermodulation distortion. Now coming to the crosstalk. Okay, here when the signals after passing through a nonlinear system produces cross product terms which overlaps both of them, okay, results in a distortion called as the crosstalk. Here, whenever there is a overlapping between all these product terms, either the harmonic components or it may be the sum components or it may be the difference components, whenever there is some overlapping between all these terms, then the distortion is known as the crosstalk distortion. Okay. Okay. Up to now we have discussed about the linear distortion. In linear distortion, amplitude distortion, phase distortion. In case of the nonlinear distortion, we come across three different types: harmonic distortion, and the intermodulation distortion, and the crosstalk. Now, measures for the transmission. Okay, distortionless transmission. Okay, here we have some ways in order to get the distortionless transmission. That is the transmission without distortion. Okay, actually distortionless transmission means if the output signal is exact replica of the input, that is the output is same as the input, then we can able to say that there is no distortion in the transmission. Okay, here a constant change in magnitude and a constant time delay in output replica is not considered as the distortion. Okay. Okay, in case of the linear distortion, we have seen about the amplitude distortion and the phase distortion. In case of the amplitude distortion, if there is some gain or attenuation, then it is known as the amplitude distortion. In that also, if the magnitude of the system is varying constantly, okay, in a linear manner, then it will not be considered as the distortion. Okay, if the amplitude is going to vary in a non-linear manner, then it is known as the distortion. In the same way, phase distortion means the phase of the overall system is not phase of the system, overall system is not linear with the frequency. Okay, for suppose the phase is going to vary in a linear manner, that is the time delay is constant overall the communication or over the transmission, there is a constant time delay, then that is also considered as not a distortion. Okay, whatever may be the change, either it may be amplitude change or it may be the phase change, both the changes are constant over the transmission, then the change is not considered as the distortion. Next, linear distortion, both amplitude and delay distortion can be cured by using the equalizers. Okay, indake manam cheptunnattu, if the distortion is a linear manner, that is the constant over the transmission, that is not known as the distortion. For suppose if we have the linear distortion also, and if the change in the amplitude and the delay is in a non-linear manner, the distortion also cured, that is that will be avoided by using some equalizers. The device which is known as the equalizer, if we are going to use the equalizer, then we can able to avoid the linear distortion. The non-linear distortion can be minimized by proper filtering and compounding and careful design. Okay, here the nonlinear distortion also able to minimize by using some proper filtering circuit or compounding. Here compounding means joint use of the compressing and the expanding. Okay, by the appropriate process of the compressing, that is reducing. Okay, and expanding, that is the enlarging. By using some careful design, we can able to reduce the nonlinear distortion. Okay, all it is about the distortion, linear distortion and the nonlinear distortion. Okay, within 2 minutes the session is going to be end. Okay, try to give all of you the attendance, ma. Okay, some of the peoples are not giving the attendance. Be careful whenever you are giving the attendance. Try to fill up both the forms which I have forwarded and which the sir is forwarded in the group. Both the forms are available in the Google Classroom. Okay, if anyone forgot the form, that attendance form, just to go to the Google Classroom and open it and try to fill up the form. Okay, ma, now you can able to leave. Okay, I will attach this PPT to your Google Classroom. వస్తుంది కదా అవుట్ సైడ్ జియో ప్రైవేట్ నెట్ వస్తుంది విత్ గుడ్ క్వాలిటీ అని. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇక్కడికి రాగానే మొబైల్ డేటాకి వచ్చింది, బయటకు వెళ్ళగానే జియో ప్రైవేట్ నెట్ వస్తుంది.